Dodie 6. Dodie 6. All this erratic behavior that people doing nowadays, all because Kendrick Lamar is successful and they got to be the center of attention. It shows me exactly what type of men we dealing with in this country. I'm telling you. Welcome to Torture Talk. I'm your host, King of the North, the Night King. Hope everybody's doing well today. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about why do people pop shit and apologize? Why do they do this? So we're going to get into that. You know I got to get a legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is right on the screen, Cash App. All you gotta do is screenshot it, hit it, whatever you want to do. You can send $1, you can send 10, you can send 50, you can send 100, you can send whatever you want. 50 cents, I don't care. Send whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. If you don't want to send nothing, glad you be here with me. I am the King of the North. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers over 17,000. And yes, I am the King of the North, the Night King. You know what I'm saying? No live this week. I'll be back maybe next Sunday I'll do a live. But this week I'm not gonna do a live because I'm be traveling. I got some things I gotta do, so not gonna have a chance to do it. But you know, and I don't wanna do a real quick live. I wanna at least do an hour and some change. So let's get to it, man. Let's do it. All right, man. This comes courtesy of the Ville. You know what it is. Shout out to the Ville. Let's get it.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It took a lot for Dodie to get to this point of realization. You know, Dodie Six has been in the media lately, been in the news lately over the antics that he has been causing online, specifically talking about Kendrick Lamar, talking about how he didn't make money off Kendrick Lamar's Hey Now, talking about how he didn't really make money, is homeless, and has been going through things on math, replace the A for E, doing all this stuff, right? It took a lot of things for Dodie Six to get to the point where he's at now because it appears that
Yeah, I don't. I didn't understand that either. If he wasn't, if he wasn't on drugs, he sure enough was acting like he was on drugs. That type of erratic behavior was crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I never did a drug in my life, not one. I don't do drugs. I don't drink either. That's a secret that I don't tell most people. I don't drink or I don't smoke. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke weed. I don't weed. I don't never smoke weed. I never had a drink. I don't drink beer. I don't drink alcohol, any type of alcohol. I don't. I drink water, and I'm real skeptical about drinking certain waters. But that's another story for another day. Maybe I'll get in. Maybe I'll do an episode about health. You know what I'm saying? I know a little bit about that stuff. Anyway, so but I used to be a drug tester, and not me testing drugs, but I used to test people for drugs. I was a drug urine. I was a urine screen analysis, and I'll test them, then I'll take it back to the lab, and I'll screen the urine or whatever. You know what I'm saying, or have someone else screen the urine. So I been doing it for. I was doing it so long that I can kind of tell what type of drugs people were on because you can see it. Their 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 behavior is certain drugs that make people do certain things or act certain ways. Not everybody, but certain drugs that affects people kind of the same sometimes. And his behavior was kind of like he was really paranoid. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's no excuse in my opinion. As a man, it's no excuse. I'm listen. I got a lot to say, but let's keep going.
Dodie Six has finally decided to apologize, but it took him to crash out twice before he could even do that. So if you could take a look here, this is back when Dodie Six said that Kendrick Lamar's Hey Now didn't do nothing for him. We later on in the channel had talked about how Dodie Six really didn't have his financial situation or his business stuff straightened out. Artist advocate and Audiomack co-founder, also known as Brian Suzuki on X, had actually broken down Dodie Six's situation on the thread on Twitter or on X, whatever you call it. It was in this thread where Brian was able to break down exactly why Dodie Six might have not been getting paid for the feature that he did for Hey Now. Quick, brief breakdown. He said because of an IPI number, which is a way for an artist to get paid for publishing, it looks like Dodie Six didn't publish his information correctly, and that's why a possibility why he hasn't been getting paid for the Hey Now feature. This
Listen, man, I don't feel sympathy for none of these dudes. Not at this stage of your career. I don't feel sympathy for you if you messed your paperwork up. I don't. And the reason why is because you did a song with Kendrick Lamar. People will literally go on a mass view spree to do a song with this dude. You literally did a song with like it's like you're doing a song with Michael Jackson of our time right now or Prince of our time right now. You did a song with Kendrick Lamar and you out here crashing out. Nah, I don't respect that at all. I don't. Contain yourself, compose yourself, because ain't no way in the world you should have crashed out. You should. I don't. I'm just like nah. Mm-mm.
broken down after the fact, after Dodie had came out and said that the feature didn't do nothing for him. He didn't get any money or any type of action like that, right? Brian had came down and broke that down. And then everybody kind of just gave their opinion on Dodie Six. Dodie Six eventually, as of recently, had got into a car accident. So he crashed out twice. He crashed out, verbally, and then he crashed out literally. He ended up crashing his BMW and it ended up injuring him and his girlfriend. And I can't.
You already know what I'm going to say. What year was this BMW? Because a lot of y'all dudes, and don't get me wrong, the BMWs are not hard to get. They're really not. Like, for some people thinking it is, but they're expensive to fix. I know that, but they're not really hard to get. But they are luxury cars. They are. And what type of BMW do you have? Do you have an X5? Did you have a M3? Do you have the 3 Series, 5 Series? Which one did you have? I don't know. But if you got a BMW, people might think you got some money. That's all I'm going to say. But let's keep it going.
The video on YouTube, obviously, but you could see them in a wrecked BMW, and he goes live with his girlfriend and him in the car, and he's severely injured. Both of them are severely injured. He's pretty banged up from the side of his head, and so is his girl. His girl looks very distraught in the video. I'm not too sure how it happened or the details on it, but they did crash, and there is a live going on around online where you could see it. I just can't share it here, but you.
So let me get this right. Again, this is why I don't feel sympathy for these dudes. So you get into a car accident and you go online and broadcast it for the world to see. You get into a car accident and the first thing you do is go on live. I need to understand something. What are what are y'all looking for out of life? Like you did a song with Kendrick. What are you looking for out of life? That's what I need to understand. I need to understand this for all the artists, not just Dodie Six, but people who get to a certain place in life and then they act like they're a little ungrateful or they just not as ambitious as they should be. What do y'all expect to happen? Like what do you expect? Like like I'm gonna have this is serious. This is serious. Dodie Six, what does Dodie Six expect to happen? Like in y'all opinion, what do y'all think he expects to happen for him? Y'all think y'all think because he did a song with Kendrick, y'all think he thinks that he should just be where Kendrick's at or at least halfway there? You know they used to do that back in not back in the day, but a couple of years ago, right? You know, new artists used to jump on songs with a lot of these older legacy artists. And you know, it used to happen. The new artist would get a song. Oh, I got a song with this person because the record label actually pay, or they'll have some money and they'll pay for that feature. But their career would never go anywhere because they was not ambitious enough or they wasn't talented enough to keep up that momentum. Because you figure if you do a song with Jay-Z, right? Let's say I did a song with Jay-Z. but I don't have a catalog. I don't got no songs. I just did a feature with Jay-Z. And then I go around and say, I did a feature with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole song with Jay-Z. But if I don't have any ambition or any type of catalog that can actually balance that out, people might like me for a little bit, but once I don't put in the work, it don't matter. So even if Dodie 60 he got his feature from Kendrick, he was supposed to put in work after that. I mean, mad work, not just some average work. I'm talking like stuff that make you stand out type work. I don't understand why he didn't do that. But let's keep it going.
See him saying that he's not going to go to the hospital. He refuses to go to the hospital, and he puts the camera on his girl, and like I said, she looks completely out of it. And I'm not sure if it was because of the car accident. I'm not sure if it was because of the things that Brian Sazuk, the gentleman, had posted. I'm not sure what it was. The comments online, him reading them, or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure what ended up changing his tone. But after this crash out, after the little crash out with his BMW, and after everybody voicing their opinion online, Dodie Six has finally went to the internet and tried to apologize to Kendrick Lamar. You see here, he says, I want to publicly apologize to Kendrick Lamar for calling cuz a bitch. You know, he says it right here. He is far from that and ain't did nothing but bless me in my life. So it looks like Dodie Six is finally.
I don't accept that. I don't. I don't accept that at all. You should have never said it. I don't accept it. He ain't apologizing to me, but I don't accept that. Nah. Mm-mm. I think that you stand on what you said. Not to say you and him are enemies, but that's it. That's it. Just move on and do something else. But I don't accept this because I don't accept things like this where people clearly did something. And we say, if you calling him a bitch and all he did was help you, I don't think that that's a good look. Even if you apologize, and it does not remove the fact of what you did. It doesn't. It does not change what you did. You did that, and you caused that, and you put that, and you made yourself look really bad. So people might say, "Nah, forgive him for it." Nah, Nah, you showed your true colors because what happens now? You don't get your way again. You probably do something even worse. Nah, I'm not rolling. Nope.
Coming to his senses. Maybe he's decided to talk with a clear mind. Maybe he's taken a step back and analyzed a few things, everything that's been said, everything that's been done. And let me remind you, I think it's just this morning where he recently got into a wreck. So I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of things going on. Like I said, there was also an issue with his personal life. You know, they're saying that he had lost a loved one and things like that. So my condolences, like I said, but it looks like everything has happened pretty fast up until the point where he started, lashing out online. And I guess he's finally taking this time to apologize. And I'm wondering if it has anything to do with the wreck that he got into earlier this morning. I'm not sure if that was this morning. You could correct me in the comments. But I'm wondering if.
I understand exactly what DeVille is saying, but you also got to understand, and I don't want to say this in a bad way, but men don't supposed to do things like that. I'll be honest with you. Men don't supposed to go live and tell their problems. Oh, men don't supposed to. Men supposed to suffer in silence and fix themselves in silence. I don't think no man should be out here looking for sympathy or empathy from people. I don't. If you had some things going on with your family, you should have handled that with your family. Putting your business out there, it's not going to do anything for you. Now I'm speaking to the men right now. Keep your business to yourself. I would even go as far as saying your deepest, darkest pain and feelings, don't even tell your girl. Keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because those type of things can be used against you. Whatever you're going through, figure out a way to get through it. If it's something that people can use against you, you figure out a way to get through it on your own. Ain't that much trust in the world. And him doing this, Dodie Six doing this to Kendrick after Kendrick done helped him pushed his career up to a point where he could have actually became like something from this. I don't trust it. I don't. I just don't do it.
It has anything to do what's been going on with the coverage revolving around him lately. This is the story where he actually tags Kendrick Lamar and he tells him, I'm sorry, you did nothing but bless me. And it's true though, Kendrick really didn't really do anything, but give him an opportunity. And it's like I said, bro, it's really what you do with that opportunity. A lot of people can't really guide you and then hold your hand every single step of the way. They can't do that for you. You're an adult, you're a grown person, and even though people do mess with you, it's up to you to be responsible for yourself and, take care of yourself. That's really on you as an adult. You have to have that type of maturity and responsibility to take care of yourself as a person. But if you ask me, this is one big step. This is one big step for Dodie Six to finally make amends for the mistakes that he has made in the past. I really do feel like this is a good step moving forward. Like I said, from the car crash, from somebody passing away, from all the things revolving around Dodie Six, his financial and business issues. Like I said, he shouldn't have came out and blamed Kendrick Lamar for all of that. Shouldn't called him out of his name for all of that. But him apologizing and doing all of this is a first step to the right path. I think.
I understand. I do. I understand. I understand it's a first step to the right path. Not gonna watch the whole thing. I want y'all to go watch the rest of it on his channel, see what else he have to say. But yeah. Yeah. Villa's a good dude, man. Not the king. I'm not as forgiving as some of these dudes are. I think some of these dudes need to get their feet held to the fire. That's what it is. I think that a lot of people don't recognize when they have an opportunity because they built their whole life was built around narcissistic behavior, and they feel like they are entitled to these opportunities. Nobody's entitled to it. But for Dodie Six to get out here and say that, and Kendrick ain't do nothing but bless you and help you, let's just say Kendrick Lamar helped you. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make you, but he helped you. But that type of help is mine. It's like a next level type of help. And I just think that a lot of these men out here, let's just speak real quick on this, especially when it comes to us black men. A lot of us black men out here, we feel like we have to prove ourselves to people. And I noticed that, and it's gonna sound kind of weird, but I noticed that, and this doesn't always all apply to black men, but we're gonna speak to black men because it's different versions of this that actually applies to other people too. But ever since the front facing camera came out on phones, a lot of us have gotten to this vain behavior where it's like we have to be seen. It's like there's an audience on our phone and we have to show out for our audience, or we have to stand on stage, whether it's Facebook Live, we have to stand on stage in front of the audience. And everybody looks and says, oh wow, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you, that's one of the main reasons why I really don't like I love going live, but that's one of the reasons why I was kind of like hesitant to go live. Because I'm sorry, sometimes I feel like going live is not as uh it's not as how would I say this? It's not as great that most people make it out to be. I mean, yeah, you can interact with the people, but if you ain't got really nothing to say, if I ain't really got nothing to say, then I'm not gonna go live. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of us as people, we see this front facing camera and we look at ourselves, and now people can actually react to our antics, our behaviors, our how we lash out, how we cry, how we sympathize, and we can actually get sympathy from people we don't even know, at least in our head. But that's not sympathy. That's not. That's just them watching a movie. That's it. They're not sympathizing with you. They might act like they are. People, I'll put it to you like this. People can pretend to sympathize with you, but they don't know you like that. That's the thing. So when we get out here and we put ourselves out there and on social media, and I'm not doing that. For what? Like, you don't know these people and they don't know you. They only know what you tell them. And they might pretend like, oh yeah, it's messed up, man. Oh man. And if you're popular and you do that, trust and believe, they just want to be, shout me out, bro. Yo, my cousin just got deleted, man. My stomach hurt. I feel like, oh man, that's messed up, man. I'm sorry. Yo, shout me out, bro. So I'm saying. So I think that we have to look elsewhere for certain things. And I think right now, man, I can't forgive Dodie Six for what he did, because I think that was wrong. He could move on in life and that'd be fine. I mean, I'm saying, me personally, I think it's a bunch of garbage, but it is what it is. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I know I'm a little down right now. I don't want to tell y'all because I don't want y'all to feel sympathy for me. Nah, I'm not down. I'm just playing. All right, man. Y'all have a good one, man. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye. Gotcha, nigga.